Hi everyone, Josh Carter here. This video is going to explain the features of the new OpenTime module. I'll talk about how to connect, how to enable notifications, how to download your calendar, how filters work, how you can pick up trips, and a little bit of how the app works under the hood. So once you get logged into Acrobit and get here on your phone, click connect, and it's going to ask for your VIPS password. When Acrobit connects to the OpenTime server, you're going to get a Okta Authenticator request. And once you've responded to that, you'll receive all the trips. Once you've logged in, there's a couple things you can do with the menu up here. So right now, you're logged in, you're receiving updates from the server. If you close the window or you navigate to another page, then you're going to have to log in again in order to get any updates. You can also hit subscribe. And when you hit subscribe, then that is going to allow you to navigate to other pages, come back, you're still logged in. It also lets you get notifications. So if this is done on your iPad or your phone, you can subscribe and get notifications when your phone is off, when you're in another app, etc. And the notification settings are in here. So the first time you log in, go to notifications and click this button and then allow the app to receive notifications like you would any other app. And then you also need to register the app. So Acrobit only delivers the notifications to one device, and so that could be your iPad or your phone. And so make sure that you've got the correct device registered that you want to get notifications on. Now, if you want to just leave your screen on, your app on, get the quickest updates possible, then you can turn the wake lock on, and that'll just keep the screen on. And you can also turn the sounds on and off for those notifications. This lightning bolt here is for VIPs. So if you want to just browse VIPs, you can click this. But what it also does is it enables like an instant pickup mode. So if you click this, log into VIPs, then the next time you try to pick up a trip, it's going to do it much faster than it would because the login process is already be finished. This is list actions. I'll show you that in a minute. And this is filters. So by default, the airport standby and hotel standby are filtered out. And you can see here 32 trips and new, 87 trips and all. And that's because the standbys are filtered. So what kind of filters can you do? So for cities, you can, if you have like multiple cities that you prefer, you can put them in. And all those trips should show up in the list. And that also is going to include trips that transit. So if you live in, say, DFW, it's going to show you trips not only that lay over in DFW, but that have any stopover in DFW. Trip duration, if you don't like those 14-day 777 trips, you can limit that. Or if you're, say, a commuter, you only want a minimum duration trips. If you like shorter ones, it all works. You can also do the departure hours. So let's say you don't want any really early morning departures. I'm going to put this at 8 a.m. local base time. And you can see all these trips now are afternoon. All right, this is how you filter for on the starting day. So it sure would be nice if I could tell what my schedule was in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here, click on the Actions button, and download my calendar. And so you can see all these calendars have the current day, and they have the footprint of the trip down here. And I can also see my schedule. So these are what my schedule, VIPs returned as my current schedule. And that shows up in the filters window too. So I could say I only want to look at trips on these 4 days. There you go. All these trips start on those 4 days. And then finally, deadheads. So if I'm a commuter and I only want deadheads, I can do this. And the nice thing about these filters is they save. So if I always am only interested in deadheads, if I make a selection here, or trip duration or something like that, then it's going to save for the next time that I come into the app. All right, so let's go down here and pick up trips that maybe I like. The way this is designed to be used is we've got all these trips in new, and maybe I've filtered some out. But as the trips come in, I want to pin the trips that I like and then dismiss the trips that I don't. And I can do that by swiping or by hitting X. So I'm going to pin this one and dismiss it. And I'm going to keep doing this all the way. Now this is getting kind of tedious. Let's say I know I don't want any of these trips. I can just go ahead and get rid of all of them. So now I've got these trips that I've pinned. I can take a look at the pairing. If I rotate my device, then I can see the entire pairing. I can also see different characteristics of these pairings. So I can toggle these: day flying, single legs, long duty days, RFO. And so I can kind of see what this trip is composed of without even opening it. What if I want to pick the trip up? Click this briefcase, trip pickup, general makeup, and you see this lightning bolt, just like this lightning bolt. If I've already logged into VIPS, then this is going to instantly submit without me having to log in, which will be really fast. Now I can also trade with OpenTime. So I've got 3 trips pinned. Let's say I want the Salt Lake City trip, and then I've got a couple choices down here. I can do a contingency drop, and or I could trade with OpenTime. You see, if I trade with OpenTime, that's going to be an instant request again with that lightning bolt. Now, some things I can do, if I don't know what trip I want to drop yet, I can just delete these fields, and I can stage the requests. And so when it gets me to VIPS, it's going to have me confirm these details prior to actually submitting it. And so this is a good idea if you're not quite confident in your submission. You want to double check it. Just making sure it says stage request down here with either one, and you'll get a chance to confirm before you submit it to VIPS. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. I hope the OpenTime module works well for you, and if you have any feedback, please send me an email in the app. Thanks.